Hello everyone! Today's video I wanted to talk about being a pregnant foreigner in Japan, specifically in my second trimester. So some of the things that I did not realize would happen during my second trimester was I didn't realize that there was a deposit you have to give your hospital. So by my 22nd week, I was required to give basically 80,000 yen deposit to my OBGYN. So that basically is about 800 US dollars, give or take. So part of this is the paperwork that they will have to do for the pregnancy, as well as covering a small portion of the labor and delivery costs, which I was estimated that for my 5-day stay of my pregnancy would be, what did they say, about 5,000 to 5,500 US dollars is what it should cost for the 5-day stay at my clinic in a private room. So basically every 4 weeks I went to my OBGYN with my mother's book, and they did the urine test every 4 weeks. They did 1 or 2 blood tests to just check, make sure everything was good. They always made sure that my ankles were not swollen, and they track everything in your mother's book, which is really helpful. Another thing about the 22-week deadline was they also wanted me to do my birthing plan and have a guarantor. So living in Japan, we need guarantors for many things, such as like renting an apartment or a house, or I guess to deliver a baby. So I had a little bit of trouble. I had to find a guarantor, basically like a co-signer, to basically agree to pay for the hospital stay if I did not pay for my hospital stay. Because in Japan, the birth of a child and pregnancy is not covered under our national health care. But with that being said, you will get a lump sum of about 4,200 US dollars that will either be given to you or the hospital if you choose. And if there's any money left over, you would get the remainder for the birth of your child. So it all just depends if you had a private room or you don't have a private room, or in a big hospital or small hospital. If you had spa treatments, I've heard about that, I don't know. If you had Italian food and they, cater really well with food. So each clinic's a little bit different on the cost that it'll be for your labor and delivery. So you have to get a guarantor, and they will sign the papers basically saying that they promise to pay if you do not pay. And then I had to do the birthing plan. The birthing plan was all in Japanese, and basically it was like, do I want to do this procedure? Do I not want to do this procedure? Is it up to the doctor's discretion? And then there was a comment section. So I thought it was a really well laid out pamphlet. With that being said, it was all in Japanese. I think I'm the only foreigner that goes to my clinic because I'm out in a small town. So it was a little bit difficult. I tried to have a lot of Japanese women that spoke some English or really well English help translate, but unfortunately none of them are married or have children, so they're not really sure about this procedure and the things. So it was a little difficult, but I was able to finally understand and speak with my doctor via Google Translate to understand exactly what was each question asking. So I think I feel pretty confident now that I understand everything, and it was really good. So I was able to give it to the doctor, and he understands what I'm expecting of my labor and delivery, and I understand what they will or will not do in Japan, since it's a little bit different than in America with my other 2 children that I had. So I do recommend that when you're pregnant, ask your doctor's office what you are supposed to do if you have an emergency or something happen during your pregnancy. During my first trimester, I remember having some pains and being in a lot of pain, and my mother saying, go to the emergency room. And I wasn't really sure, do I go to the emergency room or do I go to the doctor's office that I go to? So I had a scare a few weeks back during my second trimester. And what I did was I basically called my boss and she rang over to the OBGYN's office. They were already closed, but it's a hospital and an OBGYN's office. So they asked how long I'd be there, and I said I'd probably be there in about 10 minutes. I was driving myself, unfortunately. Not the best idea. So when I got there, the nurse ran straight out to my car. She ran me into the clinic. She immediately hooked me up and took care of me. And within less than 5 minutes, the doctor was already there and in the room ready to do an ultrasound. So I was very pleased and very happy that my doctor was so calm and was just really caring and really wanted to make sure that I was safe, the baby was safe, and that I felt comfortable before I left. So I was really pleasantly surprised. They took blood work, which took 3 minutes to get the results back. They did the ultrasound, everything looked great, and he was able to refer me to a specialist at the hospital to continue to take care of my new condition. But it was really great, and they didn't even charge me. I paid at my next visit. So it cost me about 3,500 yen, which is about 35 US dollars. So not bad for an emergency nighttime visit to the doctor's office with blood work and ultrasounds and hooking up to the baby monitor. So I was very pleased and happy with the way that the doctor's office had handled the situation. So it makes me feel more confident at my doctor's office. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this video, please check the like and subscribe button. And I'm gonna hopefully make some more videos about like the first trimester and finding an OBGYN in Japan and some other helpful videos that might be able to help everybody out. So thank you. See you.